This is the part.
Working 9 to 5. Woo! Working, crack 'em if you got 'em.
Crack 'em if you got 'em, son.
Hey, look, we're coming into this one already demonetized. Who gives a fuck?
Fuck you, YouTube.
We're demonetized on this episode, Chris. Because you're not monetizing the Cowboy Cave,
We do what we want. We do what we want. Guys, big, exciting news. We are doing our first ever live stream from Cowboys Chris's man cave, also known as the Cowboys Cave. I'm jacked up. Chris, how you doing? You're not doing great, are you?
Man, I lost my voice, and it's all y'all's fault. I'm so happy I lost it because I had so much fun this weekend. So excuse the voice. I hate to come on the Cowboy Can fan, and I sound like Cowboy shit.
Well, you look great though. You do look great. So
Well,
last night we were here barbecuing, and you were
Yes.
screaming.
I was screaming. I was. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. Whenever y'all come in town, it's always awesome.
It's always a blast. Second year in a row. We came here last year, the night before the Thanksgiving Day game.
Yeah.
So we had to do it again, except this time we decided to go live.
Yes.
Fellas, how are you guys doing today? We've been drinking pretty heavily the last 2 days.
You think?
Oh, yeah. Big time. Actually, last 2 days, I think it's since Sunday. We had the game on Sunday. So we've literally been on a 4-day bender.
We're on a bender.
Are we on the 4th day or the 3rd day?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
They just tend to run together.
Oh yeah. It's just one big mesh.
But it's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been a good time, and the good times are going to keep rolling because tomorrow we are actually going to be live at AT&T Stadium for
Yes, sir.
the ass whipping of the Commanders, which we're going to get into. But before we get into that, usually AJ has a nice little write-up of what we're going to go through the show. But I think tonight we're just going to kind of freeball it a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit Panthers.
We're going to talk a little bit of Panthers, then we're going to talk a little Commanders,
Little Cowboys.
and then me and Adam are going to oil each other up and wrestle. So
Wrestling,
here we go.
baby. Here we go.
So the Panthers game, guys, it was kind of a tale of two halves. Like the start of the game, it was very close. Like the game, what did it end up being? 33
Nothing. Or 33-10.
10? 33-10?
Should have been
But
33-0.
at one point it was 17-10. They were getting the ball back at half. It felt a lot closer than the final score. I know in the studio we were all feeling a little bit worried. I want to ask Chris, at any point in that Cowboys-Panthers game, did you think the Panthers could take it?
No.
Yes.
Not at all.
I love it.
And the reason why is because their offensive line truly sucked. And if they would have scored another touchdown, I would have been very demoralized about the Cowboys' defense at that point because they were getting him on the ground. They just had one drive the whole game. They had one drive. I predicted before the game, I said the Cowboys would win 35-3.
Wow.
And they got
Very close.
and they got
Close to
33-10. But, the Cowboys defense was too good for the number 1 overall pick. He needs a lot of help. When Carolina trade away everybody, their starting receiver, their starting running back, they're just starting all over.
Yeah.
And when you start over, you got to go through these growing pains. And unfortunately, he met one of the best defensive in the NFL last Sunday, and it wasn't pretty at one point.
I'll never understand teams who go ahead, especially with the Panthers, investing so much into that number 1 pick, if you consider what they traded away to move up, without having the offensive line to protect that star. So what are you thinking? Like, we've seen this too many times in the NFL where it's like they go ahead, they'll draft a player, and like you said, all these trades, nothing to really show for it in terms of like protecting your number 1 asset. So I mean, you get what you get in that sense, right? Like, it's unfortunate for a young dude like that because we've seen it before where it's like the quarterback spends 5-6 years in this dog shit team.
Yeah.
They never do anything to help them, basically wasting essentially their best years, and we never really get to see what they're actually capable of.
Yeah, a la David Carr.
Yes. Carr's a very
He was
great
arguably,
example.
that's actually a great example. He was arguably better than Derek,
Yes.
right? But he just never, I think his first year he got sacked like 80 times or something, which is insane.
Poor guy was abused.
Yeah, you have no chance, and that's a good point. Like, well, granted, the Panthers are going to be in a situation where they're going to be drafting. They're in the battle for the first overall pick again this year.
So they're going to have 2
They
number
don't
1
have a number
overall
1
quarterbacks.
pick. They traded it.
Oh, right.
So they can do all they want to lose.
Well, I was just kidding. That I thought it was gonna be funny if they drafted Caleb Williams.
Oh yeah.
So now they have Caleb Williams and Bryce Young. We got 2 #1 quarterbacks. I mean, at the end of the day, hey, Carolina, you get what you get, and you can't get upset.
You can't get
That's what we
upset.
tell you in kindergarten.
But is it? And I get it. It's not a Panthers podcast here, but is it Young's fault? He has no chance. He has no chance.
No, it's not his fault. We see a lot of rookie quarterbacks go through these growing pains. You know, unlike Stroud and Houston actually got a good offense. They got good running backs, receivers. Half of them are Cowboys anyway. So, his structure is different. Houston actually has a defense to protect the offensive line. Unlike Carolina.
Yeah.
They don't have their defense used to be good.
Yeah.
But all their great players either retired or moved on to other teams. So I'm like with AJ, I don't understand why you get a #1 quarterback and you have nobody to protect him. That's
Ridiculous.
asinine to me.
Fucking throwing meat into the water.
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Because it's just like you just put oil in water, it don't mix. You know, eventually it's gonna be something bad that's happened. But I think the Panthers, they'll have a bright future, but it's going to be 3 or 4 years if they don't get the kill.
Their defense was good.
Yeah.
Their defense
They have a good
Their
defense.
defense looked better than any defense we played in the last.
Right.
Their defense looked better than the Eagles' defense to me. They did. Like they were giving the Cowboys a little bit of trouble at some
Yeah,
point.
because at time they were having trouble. The Cowboys did their famous thing, 3 and out on the opening drive. It drives me absolutely
God.
bad.
Hey, it drives us all absolutely nuts.
That is the most annoying fucking thing that can happen. The 3 and out on the opening drive is probably the most. Just get 1 first down. 1 first down. That's it. I just want 1 first down.
Now I wish they defer. Now I just because I can't handle the first drive for the Cowboys. It drives me batty.
Yeah.
But once they decided to move the ball, the Cowboys did, and get their mindset right, they did what they were supposed to do. Yeah. But then when the defense showed up and decided, okay, let's get this ball away from him, let's get him on the ground, that's what changed the game. Yeah. The defense actually changed the game, and they gave the offense a little momentum to go on and put the Panthers away.
Well, we talked about after the game our Kraken player of the game, and we all were all in the same.
Unanimous.
I was thinking anonymous. So I was just like looking at you. I was looking at AJ. I'm like, save me here. I was looking at AJ. I'm like, save me, please. Say what word I'm trying to say. But who do you think was the best player of the game for the Cowboys against the Panthers?
On Sunday, it got to be Bland.
Yes.
I mean, that's just the obvious. I mean, just because the kid just pop off the screen.
Yeah.
You know, and when he made, it's like the quarterback overthrew him, and he went like he was a receiver. Like, no, let me go get it.
Dude, he was beat. He was beat, and you know what? Young actually made the right read.
Yes,
he did.
The receiver was fucking 3 steps ahead of Bland.
Right.
And that closing speed.
Where did he come from?
Where did he come from?
Yeah, so
but that's the mark of a good ball hawk CB.
Covering speed is huge.
Stay away from him. Crack him if you got
him. And applause on that $4.99 super chat from our boy Big O Chubb saying,
Big O Chubb!
hoping Chris gets his voice back by tomorrow.
Yes!
It's probably not going to happen, Chubb.
I was going to say, don't bet on it.
It's going to be worse tomorrow. But then, once I get back to the Mile High City, we'll get something in it.
Chris, he told you not to kiss AJ last night.
Yeah, you kissed him last night, and that was your fault.
Look, with those supple lips you come at, the little fuzz right there on the top, man, there's just something about it.
But anytime I can cut AJ off with a super chat, I will do it any day of the week. Thank you, Big O Chubbs.
Big O Chubbs.
Big shout out to everyone else in the chat. We got Brother Adrian, Bama and Baba, Sports Pro 2.0, and Rolando R2 Rodriguez saying, "What's up from South Texas? Happy Thanksgiving."
Happy Thanksgiving.
Turkey emoji. Beer emoji. Cheers,
Nice.
crack 'em if you got 'em.
Cheers.
Go Cowboys.
Cheers.
America's team.
Cheers.
Fucking
And
R2.
then Big O Chubb says, "I don't blame you for kissing AJ."
No, yeah. It's good.
I don't know if he said for kissing AJ.
He is hot.
Yeah.
That's our guy.
Just don't tell my lady. She'll get a little offended. But
AJ,
that's what I got to deal with, not you guys.
I don't know if you remember where you were going off. Sorry for cutting you off.
I don't remember.
We gotta
But
hit the
Deron
chat
Bland, you were talking about you love Deron Bland.
He's a lockdown ball hawk CB.
No, that's the mark of a good type of ball hawk CB is to play off a player so the quarterback thinks he can make the pass and then close in on that speed.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, even now, I'm like thinking, oh, it's still just luck. You know
Right.
what? But the reality is, like, he's done it too consistently, too often.
Well, even
We
besides
got another fucking high quality lock him down or ball hawk CB.
yeah, but besides even the pick sixes, he was even last year
Still playing-
He still gets interceptions. Like he just
Yeah.
got some dudes just have that knack for the ball. There's no measurement for it. There's no you can't measure for it until you put them into game time. And the craziest thing is we might not even. And we've talked about this before. We might not even see how good he is without Trevon Diggs getting hurt.
Yes.
Without Trevon Diggs getting hurt, because he was
Which is
backing up
wild.
J-Lou last year.
That's what I mean. He was
Like-
back. So J-Lou getting hurt, then Deron Bland getting J-Lou's spot,
Yeah.
playing pretty good in the end of the season. And then this year, he was locked in on the slot. He still had his pick six in week 1 with Trevon Diggs still in the game. But then Trevon Diggs goes out and we're all worried as shit. We're Cowboys fans, we're all fucking pretty panicky about that, which you should be, the guy's an all-pro. But then Deron Bland steps in to that spot and he's been lights out. He's playing at an all-pro level. Like,
I mean, yeah, absolutely. He's playing at an all-pro level. Speaking of another player who possibly might not have seen any reps unless players got injured, Marquise Bell.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we had LVE not
call.
injured, and even Overshone, because Overshone probably would have been the person
Yes, you're right.
either substituting LVE or taking dual snaps with LVE, or just been on the field. So we probably would have never seen Marquise Bell come in. Now when we go into next season, Overshone and Bell, like that's an insurmountable speed on our linebacker.
You got Bell, because now Bell, he's a linebacker.
Oh, he's a linebacker.
He's a fucking linebacker. So your linebackers going into next year are Bell, Damone Clark, and Overshone, and they might even draft someone else, right? So that's a good point, because baby Marquez Bell doesn't ever get moved up to play linebacker, and he's been PFF's almost top-ranked linebacker within the top 5 since he's moved to that position.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna put a little weight on him in the offseason.
Yes.
Because sometimes when the guards get on him, he's hard. It's hard for him to detach. But if he's going straight downhill, this kid is like a missile or rocket.
Yeah.
And if we were redrafting, I don't think he'd be in the 5th round. I think he'd be 2nd.
Yeah.
Sometime maybe late 1st. And that's just tell you how good the Will McClay are. They are in the front office by finding this kid in the 5th round.
Yeah.
And he's breaking records.
Yeah.
You know?
Deron Bland, Marquez Bell, and Damone Clark. So Damone Clark, Bland were 5th round, and then Bell was undrafted.
Undrafted.
Like
Crazy.
that, what a fucking that 22 draft class
Yep.
is shaping up. Tyler Smith,
Yep.
Yeah.
like Sam Williams in limited snaps.
And we were
AJ
there
and
live.
I,
Hey, we were all there live.
yeah.
In the heart, you were there live. Sorry.
You were there with us, AJ. AJ got a Sam Williams signature actually
Oh,
today.
AJ's.
And all we kept saying to him, we gave him 5 and shit, and we're like, you need more snaps, bro. And
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
we're like, fuck yeah.
He didn't want to
does.
say anything.
Yeah, he can't. He's got to be
Politically correct.
correct.
Yeah.
But AJ got a signature today.
Well, the
It's
funny thing is because we're like to everybody, we're not signature guys. We don't want to.
Yeah.
Now all of his arms are just full of signatures.
And I was so stoked on AJ getting. So AJ got 4 signatures today.
Yes.
You got Sam Williams. You had Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith.
Drew Pearson, and who was the 4th?
Gant.
Oh yeah, and
The
Ken
Shark.
Gant, the
The
Shark.
Shark.
Yeah.
So AJ, that value of that coat shooting through the roof, son.
No, it's not for sale now. But now what we're going to have to do is get a mannequin.
Yeah, I can.
Put up in the studio where I can put the hat, the jacket, and you can put the Jerry
Yeah,
Jones
but Jerry Jones hat. Yeah.
Some would say it's a can Fanakin that's going to be in the
Ken
studio.
Fanakin?
I like that.
That is fucking hilarious.
I was just going to say to chat. We see all your comments. We can't put anything on the screen. Keep it up. There's a lot of you right now chatting through it.
We love
So
chat.
We'll hit him as they go. I just want to say that, but go ahead.
People's
AJ.
champ.
People's champ.
He's the fucking people's champ.
Chris,
My,
go ahead and touch it. It's real.
It's like,
Adam
Chris,
just floats
stop.
away.
I'm like the fucking guy from Roger Rabbit.
yeah.
And he talked just like that.
Oh my God.
So I'll give you a point, and then I'll rip off a couple chat things for you guys.
Just my final thing about that game is Panthers game. Going into the Commanders is, are you guys still worried about the run defense up the
Yes.
middle there? I still now the Cowboys were able to correct it in the second half of that game, but the first half of the game, I think it was like a over 7-yard average that the running backs were getting, or the rushing.
Well, I've always had this thing about the Cowboys defense. If you want to beat the Cowboys, you run against them.
Yep.
A lot of teams get away from it.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if y'all remember that playoff game against the Rams where they damn near ran 300 yards.
And no-namers.
No-name people.
Fucking no-name guys doing it.
And when Philly beat us last year, they beat us because they ran the ball up and down the field. So that's always been the Achilles heel of the Cowboys defense. That's why they tried to draft Mozzie. They just picked up another defensive tackle. His name slips me. And on the huddle today, we were talking about why we need another one. And my whole thing was depth.
Yeah.
Because when the playoffs come, it's getting colder, it's outside games, teams are gonna run. And the way to beat the Cowboys is to run. So the bigger we get, the stronger we get. And I'm loving the play of Odigizua.
Yep.
Dude, it's just like to me,
yeah.
he's having an all-pro year.
Oh, yeah.
Osa? Oh,
Osa.
yeah. Love Osa.
So it's like he flipped the switch. So I think if we get some more support with Gallimore, Mozzie, I think we'll be fine. I think Mozzie just need more snaps.
Yeah.
Because he's like playing 10 to 15%.
not
The
enough.
defense is not enough. You got
But who are you substituting him out for? Because Hankins been playing well. Like you said, Osa's been playing out of his mind.
Well, that's why
Where do you get him instead?
Well, see, that's why we got the rotation. Just keep
Yeah.
rotating them
Keep him fresh.
Keep them fresh. Because if DTs are fresh, they make plays.
Yeah.
I got to say this, though, about Mozzie. Last game was his best game of the season.
He was the best. He was actually.
He almost
was the
had a
high-
sack. He almost had a sack.
Yeah.
He was the highest ranked defensive tackle in the NFL last year on PFF. What I will
Last
say,
week, yeah.
so when we did the tour yesterday, we did the stadium tour, and you go into the Cowboys locker room, and it has all their names, and you had Osa Odigizua, Neville Gallimore, and Jonathan Hankins beside each other. I'm like, dude,
You can see the bench.
Like,
You
that's
can
a
see the
lot of
bench
big
dip,
motherfuckers
dip.
beside each other.
Yeah,
That's
their
like
bench,
1,000 pounds at more.
Yeah.
That's
More.
That's a more.
Probably
Yeah,
like 11,
probably more than
1,200
1,000 pounds
yeah.
of human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it, I was laughing because I was like, oh, Canadian boy with Gallimore, and then I saw, oh shit, Osa, oh shit, Hankins. Those are some big dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a lot about 1,000 pounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
Gotta be, right? Yeah, definitely.
I just want to.
It was Carl Davis? Was that the defensive tackle they
Yes,
signed?
it is. It's Carl Davis is the guy they
not
brought
the
in.
guy from Family Matters.
Was that his name?
That's
in
weird.
Family Members?
Uh,
I mean, I'd put him at
Carl.
I'd put Carl in at DT,
yeah, for sure. You know he was a DT.
and he was a cop.
So we
He
got
was a cop, yeah.
so we got brother Adrian. He's saying happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bear Grant
Happy
Jr. is
Thanksgiving.
in the house. Bear Grant Jr. says the harsh beauty about sports is that some of the greatest players have rose from the pain of others. It's like I
Yeah.
said, a tragic symphony. Very true.
Well, we talked about that today.
Hey, Bear Grant, go write your poetry somewhere else, okay? Crack him if you
That was a good
That was a
spray.
good- that was a good
You
spray.
almost hit him in New York with that spray.
Well, you know that's how Tony Romo got his job.
Yeah, Tony Romo. So many guys.
that was
man.
Tony Romo. What's his name? Tom
I'm
Brady.
saying that was a
Dak
great
Prescott.
comment by Darius.
Dak Prescott
Dak
got his
Prescott.
job because Tony got hurt.
Dak
Yeah.
Prescott.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott was
Dak-
actually
Dak
double.
Prescott.
No, but he was double. Tony Romo and Kellen Moore went down that
Right.
year. Because without Kellen Moore going down, we have to suffer a fucking year of Kellen Moore playing quarterback
Yeah, that would've been
until
ugly.
Romo got back.
We got we got it right there. Riker Bessie's in there saying we're going to get that W. Son. That's my boy. And then we have Steve Chili's in the house. What's up, Steve Chili? He goes, where is it here? Hey everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? Just stopping by to check in the show. Love and spread some holiday spirit. He also goes on to say we're going to pick up Shaq Leonard too. You know Jerry's on the horn as we
Well, we were
speak.
talking about that, I think, before we went live. And Chris, did you mention that a little bit?
We
Or was that
mentioned
Mike
it. We
before it took
mentioned
off?
it on our show.
Yeah, Cowboys Huddle. If you haven't checked it out, Cowboys Huddle. Check it out.
This is
Check it out.
This is what we complained about when Overshown got hurt, that we need to upgrade our linebacker.
Yep.
So say at the beginning of the year, if Shaq was available, you would have tried to do everything you could to get him.
Yeah.
He's free. Why is Jerry not got his private plane on his way to Indianapolis to get this guy?
Does it not make you worried a little bit that he's free, though?
No. Let me tell you why. Don't
tell
worry
I
us.
me.
love it. Let's hear it.
Because
You
I
raspy,
think
beautiful bastard.
I am that. I think Indy was trying to trade him. They couldn't get nothing for him.
in his contract.
It was
what
the contract. but now he's free. So I think they released him because he was a veteran. They know he probably like, look, man, I don't want to be on this losing team. We're not going nowhere. We're not going to be good for at least
He's
3 or
getting
4
older in
years.
ages.
So he's in his prime right now.
Yep.
So a lot of clubs will release veteran players just so they can go and do what they need to, because it's better for him to get released and trade so he can go wherever he wants now.
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't need him going east. I don't need him going west. I need him going directly south to Dallas.
Yeah.
Because if he get on that Eagle team or if he get on that Niner team, we got problems.
Yeah.
Okay? He is a seek and destroy linebacker. Seek and destroy. Even if we got him for a year,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
But him making plays, him rotating in with Bell, and I'm drawing a blank.
Clark.
Damone, I think it'll make the linebacker crew even deeper.
A strength instead of a
strength.
weakness.
Because at the beginning when Overshawn got hurt and then when Leighton got hurt, everybody knows that's the weakest part of our defense.
Yes.
Even when those guys were still there, it was arguably a
weakest-
weakest
Comparatively,
spot. Yeah,
the weakest
comparatively
spot,
to
absolutely.
everything else on our defense.
So if the Cowboys were smart, and hopefully they are, they would at least make an effort to go get the kid.
What makes me nervous is like you said, the Niners and the Eagles have been so counterintuitive.
That's a cute little sneeze.
That's a cute sneeze. That was cute.
It was awesome.
It's that the Niners and the Eagles have been so intuitive of going and finding guys,
Yeah.
where the Cowboys kind of sit back and don't. Right? Like they
Oh,
both.
they've been going out to get them.
Yeah, they actively go out and do it, where the Cowboys haven't. So then I'm even worried when a dude like this hits the free market right now.
Yeah.
The worst thing that could happen for us is, like Chris said, him getting signed. Like, okay, sure, maybe the Cowboys don't land him, but even if he's in the NFC, even if he goes to the NFC to a contender, even if he went to the Lions or went to the
Yes.
Seahawks, that's still just as bad. So it's either the AFC gets him,
Yeah.
we get him, or the AFC gets him.
Yeah.
And that's the only way it could play out for it to not hurt us.
But I don't see the Cowboys, and three-year vet here, so you guys have more knowledge about Jerry Jones and his organization than I do. However, I don't see them going out and doing it.
You're a Jerry
unfortunately.
Jones boy, though.
No,
You're a
I
Jerry
just
boy.
the language that the Cowboys ownership talks is they like their guys.
Yep.
They stick with their guys.
That gets said
And
so much by
it,
them.
It gets said so much, and look, I would be happily surprised if they went out and brought him in, but I'm not going to sit and wait for it because I think that they're like there's absolutely at this point no reason not to.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but I just feel like they're set with the team that they have, and they want to just utilize. It's almost like maybe a pride thing. I don't fucking know, but that's what it feels like.
It's like they don't want to admit they need help of guys that they didn't draft or something.
I think before they don't go get nobody because they so value their draft capital.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, we don't have to give up any draft picks.
And I like
So
it 1 year.
it's just
Thriller.
cash.
Just like Ty.
Yes.
Right?
Just cash.
Just go out there.
Well, they did go
sit
get
there. If you don't spend it, if you don't spend the salary cap this year, it doesn't get carried over.
No.
It's
Yeah.
gone. So you might as well max that shit out if you can.
So they did go out and get Rashawn Evans, right? But I do think Leonard's an upgrade on him. Like Chris said, he's an absolute starter in the NFL.
Well, we were
But
looking at
but
it at the beginning of the
I
year
know, but it's
too.
just the one thing. It does make me worried a little bit that a team's cutting him at this point. It makes me. That's the only thing.
You shouldn't be.
You don't think so?
No,
Like I'm a little bit
because-
nervous. And when
because
Chris
they're
says
not
it's helped me
going-
not to, it
They're
makes me
not
feel better.
going nowhere.
Yeah.
So it's been plenty players in the NFL that are veterans that get released just because the team isn't going nowhere. They're trying to help them.
Yeah, I hope that's the case.
The other thing that we always talk about too is having that veteran person in the locker room to help coach up the younger guys. So Bell, Overshown, they could use someone like Leonard in the locker room to help kind of coach them up, specifically if a guy like LVE might not be playing next year.
LV may not ever play again.
I hate
For
to
his
say
own
it.
sake.
For his own sake. Like, he probably shouldn't.
I pray that he retires.
He should.
Because
Dude, neck injuries
who
or
wants
something.
to end up in a wheelchair the rest of your life?
He's already, and I said this on one of our shows,
Got his bag.
he got his bag already. Like, he got paid. He's made money. He was an all-pro. He's
He
made
just
Pro
got
Bowl.
married. He's about to start a
Yeah.
family.
He's got his baby coming in January.
Exactly.
It's just,
So,
dude,
like,
it seems
you
like
know, but that should be a big contributing factor to his decision making, right? Like, I mean, look, no, I never want to have a player retire before their time, but at the same time, the injuries might tell you
Well,
that
you're
this is
fucked. It's your
time.
neck, dude.
He's a young man. He's got a lot of.
Especially the position he plays.
Yeah.
You can't be soft.
Yeah, you
You
can't
have
be
to.
soft.
You lead. We were talking about linebackers. Every time they make a tackle,
It's a collision.
their head's hitting something.
Yep.
Like their head's hitting something.
Well, Leighton may be fine because he's always that chase linebacker.
He is a chase linebacker. and that's the thing.
Yeah, he also is going to retire because he doesn't want to hear Ant complain about it.
I've
all
been
the
a
time.
pretty big. I've been on his dick a little bit because
Not in a good
like,
way
he's not
either.
in a good way. Like you said, he was always the guy tackling at the 10-yard line after his first initial neck injury in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
So that's always in your back of your head, right? Like he had spurts after his first neck injury or back injury, whatever the first one is, but the second one, it's like, dude, you're now really gambling here.
Yeah. And I mean, I really hope it's just not my thought. I don't know how I'm thinking, but I really hope it's not because, like, if LVE was, say, a dominant top 5 linebacker. No, this is what I'm saying, Chris. Hear me out. Hear me out.
I was just trying to figure it out.
Hear me out.
He doesn't know how he's thinking.
I'm saying.
Wait, Jay.
You thought about it to say it.
No,
though.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
My point just being, like, if he was a top 5 linebacker, or even just like a very standout linebacker, would I be saying, "Oh, he should come
Get
back"?
the fuck out
You know what I
there.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, I really hope I'm not thinking that way because either way, that type of injury, second neck injury, regardless of how good he is,
You can't
I
gamble that.
just think it's the best idea for him is to really consider retirement.
Yeah.
At least.
I mean, because we're just thinking of best interest. I mean, because who wants somebody to get hurt in their career over something senseless? Would you?
Well, you
just
see,
walk
even
away?
when you see that the slow motion of his head hitting Micah, it's just like you see that and you're like, oh. And he has the history of the injury before. It's like, dude, when it happened, we're like, oh, I think LV's probably done.
Toss me one, son.
You want one?
Toss me one, son.
You gotta toss it though.
Well, we do got this divisional matchup coming up.
Just fucking whip it at him.
We've got this divisional matchup versus those Commanders.
Before you do it, crack him if you
Crack
got
'em if you
him.
got
If you got
Crack him if you
got
So we got 4-7 Commanders who just dropped a dirty loss to the dog shit DeVito Giants. Hey, big shout out to Vito and to Tommy D and his fan.
Good job,
his
Danny.
family.
You bred some good lineage there.
Well, DeVito and the Giants beating the Commanders is actually good for it was good for the Cowboys. It knocked them down in the playoff race.
Yep.
Playoffs. Right? Like last year you had the 3 teams from the NFC East. It kind of looked like it was going to happen again this year. Like the Commanders they had some good games. But
They could have kept pace.
They could have kept pace. If they beat the Giants, they're coming into the Cowboys game being like, if we beat the Cowboys, we're in the wild card hunt, man, like big time. That loss to the Giants for them was fucking brutal. Like that was a bad loss.
The Commanders need their ass whooped. Sorry for cursing on your show.
No, say it.
Say
hey,
fuck.
watch this, fuck shit,
What?
bitch.
What?
Yeah.
First of all,
No earmuffs. No.
First of all, you're at home against a team who got their ass mollywopped the week before.
Ooh, mollywop. That is another word I'm going to be using.
They literally quit.
Yeah. They
against the
did.
Cowboys.
They actually quit.
They
You could
quit.
see it. You could see that you could tell their team looked like they
Exactly. And they got a third string quarterback, and they pressed their ass in the Landover, Maryland, and beat the Commanders. And there's no way in hell they're coming to AT&T and beat the Cowboys.
They can't.
They're not.
It just does not make sense to me for them to win.
And I'm sorry, guys. Me being Dallas Cowboy Chris, my son is a Commander fan.
Hey, that's okay. We're all allowed to say we're allowed
You
to share
can't
stuff.
get them all right, okay? Sometimes they stray.
Hey.
But, hey, he take care of his family, but he just got that one flaw. So he says tonight on my show that the Commanders are going to beat the Cowboys 27 to 26-27.
Okay.
I said, well, first of all,
How the hell do you get 26?
26 is a weird score.
I said,
Got to be a safety in
when
there
you
somewhere.
when you arrive to Dallas, you're already down 14.
Yeah.
So they're going to have a hell of a first half, I
Yeah.
think. But anyway, I just think the Commanders, man, the opportunity you have to lose to a team like that. I think it was embarrassing. I think it was more embarrassing than Denver losing 70 20 because the team literally quit the week before.
Yeah.
And they come to your town and they embarrassed you.
Mollywop the fuck out of you.
It's
Mollywop.
the mollywop. That's why I tell my grandson.
In your home.
In your home.
Yeah, in your own place.
Yeah, I always tell my grandson, hey, you want to fight? He said, yeah. I said, you're going to get mollywopped.
Well, I'll ask all you guys here, if the Commanders were to win,
Shut
what,
your mouth.
well, I said,
Shut your
we're-
dirty mouth.
We're playing a hypothetical game
Yeah,
here.
okay.
What would they have to do? Like, what do they have
What
to
would
do?
they do?
I understand it's like, because I know Ad asked AJ a question similar to this, and AJ
I got mad.
AJ got pissed.
Oh man, I
I hate these questions. I hate these
You know
types of
what?
questions.
I apologize for that. I shouldn't have came at you, and I came at you. But it is a fair question because how would they beat the Cowboys?
Like, what would
Well,
they have? What do they have to focus on?
I think they would just be running the ball and keeping the Cowboys' offense off the field as much as they can, and then not making a turnover. That's how they would beat the Cowboys. I know it sounds simple,
But that's football. Honestly,
is.
if you can run the football better than the other team and win the turnover battle,
Yes.
you're gonna win 85% of the games.
by
you play.
not passing, you eliminate a lot of that opportunity for a turnover to happen, and then you keep the ball as well. Do I think they're going to do that? No,
Excuse me.
I don't think. I
Well,
don't think
you-
so. But that's how you would do it.
Well, you were saying earlier, and I meant to say it when we were talking about it, was about the Panthers game and how the Panthers ran so well against the
yes.
Cowboys. The best thing the Cowboys defense, or even the team, not even the defense, but the best thing the team can do to prevent teams running all over us is get out to an early lead.
Yeah, get
that
out-
Panthers game, we didn't do that. We didn't get out to an early lead. We battled the Panthers in the first half. It was a game. It was a football game, right?
What was it 17-10?
17-10, then getting the ball back, right? So if you want teams to not run on you, like the Cowboys have to get ahead. And the defense's strength is when when we're ahead and we know they're gonna pass, well, unleash Micah, unleash Dorrance Armstrong, D-Law, Fowler Jr., Sam Williams, let those dudes go and get it, right?
Cut loose the dogs of
yeah,
war, as
blitz
they
Wanye
say.
Thomas, blitz Marquez Bell, right? Now you can
Blitz 'em, blitz 'em.
bring those war dogs, right? That's the Cowboys' best defense is their offense getting more points in the first half, if that makes sense.
But
Yeah.
but that's not what Washington needs to do. That's what you're saying.
no,
that's
but
what-
I forgot to say that point
Yeah.
when we were talking about the Panthers.
But AJ's right. So not only do you run the ball as Washington, but you also get into Dak's head right out of the gate. Try to
Tell me stupid.
tell me stupid,
Dak, you're a stupid head.
Dak,
You're
you're
so stupid, Dak.
and blitz him. You know, shake him up a bit and force him to make those errors, force him to make those mistakes to get those turnovers, like Ant was saying. So I think if the Washington Commanders can get the run game going and they can actually blitz it and get to Dak, sack him a few times, force him to make those errors, I think they have a good shot at competing.
Do the Commanders have a strong
I don't know.
D-line?
No, they did, but they traded them away.
They traded. Yeah, right.
Yeah, they
right.
traded. But like you said, Chris said Payne's been good.
But I kind of agree with AJ. You never know which Commander team you're going to get. Remember, the Commanders lost twice to the Eagles, and they should have beat them both times.
Yeah.
It's
They
like
fucked up.
33-31 and 38-33.
They fucked
Yeah.
up by
Something like
by tying the game and going into overtime the first time they
Yeah.
played the Eagles. They should have went for the win on the 1 yard line or 2 yard line.
And it's all about matchups in
Yeah.
the NFL. You know, we have trouble matching up well with the Niners. But the Eagles and Commanders, they match up well, so it's
Yeah.
always a good battle. So,
That's what we were
but,
talking about this morning.
Yeah, but the Commanders don't match up well against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
As you can tell, these last 5 results, the Cowboys have put it on them.
And at
Every
home.
time.
The Cowboys at
Now,
home have been
we
fucking
did,
balling.
We did lose to them last year, last game of the season.
Away.
But I think the Cowboys went in there lighthearted.
They
like,
milked it.
You know, it's
There was
just the
nothing on the line.
Commanders. Yeah,
There was
because
nothing on the line.
the Eagles had already clinched.
Yeah.
So we wasn't going to move up or down if we lost the game. But I think if it was actually something on the line, the Cowboys would have beat the Commanders at that time.
Howell played very well that game, though.
Yes. So that was a question on our show today. Do we need to be concerned with Howell? I said, well, of course, he's a good quarterback. I said, but his problem is he got a little gunslinger in him.
It's
And
a Brett Favre
sometimes,
action.
yeah, sometimes he can let it get away from him. But I
So
think
it's like a pick
Yeah.
6 for
but
Bland.
my whole thing with the Commanders, if you get him on the ground, we'll be just fine. I mean,
Yeah.
because the Cowboys' defense with sacking is amazing. So I'm looking for 5 to 6 sacks, and then that's how the Cowboys' offense take over
Yes.
games.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, and go from there.
Lost Three Amigos podcast says crack him if you got him, and then it
Crack
says
him if you got him.
the big fella lost his voice drinking with us.
Hey, that's Armando. What's up, Armando?
Is that Mondo?
What's up,
Yeah.
Mondo?
Mondo!
Lost
21, what you do for me, baby?
Lost Three Amigos. That's our Sunday pregame show.
nice.
So we will have a pregame show in the morning.
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna
yes,
be laying
we
there
will.
in bed, hungover, watching you guys. Just
Yeah.
like drooling and watching like
Now,
this.
now Mondo's gonna do all the talking because my voice is gone.
Okay, actually, while 21 Armando, while you're there, we announced it on the Super Cowboy show. We're hitting a Philly road trip next year.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Chris, you got to roll with us.
We're doing Philly 2024.
Y'all just need security. That's why you.
No,
want me to
that's
do
what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Mondo, that totally ups our street cred right there. But we're rolling. We're rolling 2024 Philly.
Super Cowboy and all the crew say they're going.
If we got Mondo and Chris, we're getting you guys nice starter tracksuits, fucking matching tracksuits,
I don't think
and
they
you
have-
guys
I'm
are
gonna sta-
operating as.
I'm gonna stand behind them and just be yelling at, do something, bitch!
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, Nick Sirianni, bitches?
I don't think they have enough material for me in the tracksuit.
But yeah, we're rolling. We're rolling deep. We're rolling deep 2024.
Here's the interesting thing about the Commanders.
Armando's
Just
in.
looking at their previous games, they are their scoring is not really consistent. It's not like
this?
higher. Oh yeah, it's like sometimes they'll score 31 points that they did twice against the Eagles, then they'll get 19 or 7 points. So, which team is showing up this Thursday?
Yeah.
Right? Is it the team that's going to be able to put points on the board and
Yes.
make a game of it, or are they just going to fucking shit the bed?
It's Thanksgiving. I do feel that we're gonna. I know.
It's a short week for both teams.
I think it's going to be a pretty heavy scoring game. Obviously, the Cowboys are going to come out on top, but it's going to be a heavy score. Like Bandwagon Baba says in the chat, I don't want the Cowboys to think this is an easy
You
team
can't.
to beat.
You gotta beat them down like they're the
There's
Chiefs,
no
man.
such thing as trap games for the Cowboys anymore.
No.
See, this is
We-
what I'm saying. I think this is finally the year.
Yes,
I've been seeing that.
We did it in Arizona. That was our trap game.
I
Who's-
hope you're
who
right.
is in Arizona live, Chris?
Wow, he's digging at you,
I
Chris.
was no.
shit.
I
Dad's
was,
digging at
I
you.
wasn't the one upset. You should ask my wife. She was pissed off.
Was she?
She was like, whenever I go to a game, we always win. And we come to Arizona and we lose. She didn't want to say hi, good game to nobody. She said, nobody better fucking talk to me. I was like, honey, it's just a game.
She went full ant mode.
Oh,
He
yeah.
went
she-
ant mode.
She
Get out of my
was
way. Ant won't even talk to us after a while.
because we had great seats. Everything was cool. We had a great Airbnb, a little 6-bedroom house with the pool.
Oh yeah.
Everybody was there. We were cooking out. Had a great time tailgating. The Cowboy fans took over the stadium as usual. And they get out there and they just shit the bed.
They shit the bed.
So,
Gut-wrenching.
but that's why I say for the Cowboys to be a contender, there's no such thing as a trap game for the Cowboys.
If you want to be it, if you want to be
Yes.
that team,
You got to put away the weak.
you can't.
You
You
gotta
can't
put
lose to
them
the
away.
Commanders. The Commanders had 5 turnovers against the Giants.
Yes.
That's how many times they gave up the ball. 5 fucking times.
Yes.
They gave up
Tommy
the ball
DeVito?
to whoever on the Giants defense is still around, right? Like you can't lose to a team
But
that essentially just got blown out by a division rival.
no, and I feel like
Or you shouldn't lose to a team.
shouldn't. The Cowboys have been the way that they're off. Usually, we're relying on a strong defense to then to give opportunities to the offense so that they can get on the field more and more and put points on the board. I think like these last few games, obviously, CeeDee Lamb's playing out of his fucking mind, and that's really helping Dak, and Dak's still like throwing more often than not throwing like 50% of his yardage is going to CeeDee Lamb, or roughly like that. But everyone else is starting to come in and show up and make plays. Now we had some dog shit drops too, which they need to the Cowboys need to correct that. But we're seeing Tolbert come up and kind of rival Gallup. Then we're also seeing
But
Gallup.
yeah, they're battling. They're
Gallup
battling. And
is
actually,
just pushing Gallup.
And actually, MG13 probably had the better game last week than Tolbert. But
yeah,
you're right. They're definitely putting
because the week before Tolbert kind of outshined.
Exactly. Who's that third guy?
Yeah.
Like,
Armando's saying that Sam Howell is the most sacked QB in the league. We need to pressure him.
we need Micah to just fucking linebacker.
We need Micah to
shit
fucking
out of him.
So did Micah only get 2.5 sacks
Only
at Carolina?
2.5. You didn't get.
So you didn't get your boldy.
bold prediction.
So
It should have been 3.
So
the
Micah-
third sack, that half sack. The other guy
Micah's 4.
did 2.
My boldy this week is 4 for Micah. Is that what you're gonna do?
Hey, no, because you did it.
Yeah. There you go, Micah.
Alex just looks so mad at you.
Because he was gonna.
That
do
was
it.
genuine.
No.
That was like actual anger.
You see that? You see what I'm gonna put up with sometimes?
But you saw his face.
Oh
He
yeah.
was pissed. Alex was pissed.
Well, first of all, I'm pissed because I didn't know that Micah only got 2.5 sacks.
You didn't
Yeah,
know that?
yeah.
Oh
No,
shit!
yeah,
we
no.
really-
Because we were celebrating.
Oh yeah,
today.
we
Yeah, he
were
didn't get it.
celebrating.
He only got
we were
2.5.
we were dancing
AJ's
like
bold
you won the
prediction
lottery.
last week was Micah 3 sacks. So we
Oh,
were
yeah.
all going nuts because we thought AJ hit it.
But they only gave him
They
2.5.
only gave
I think,
2.5.
I think they did him dirty.
They did him dirty. His last sack should have been.
It's like,
a
look,
full
Micah
sack.
Parson gets held every single fucking play without any calls from the refs. They might as well fucking cut one of his sacks down.
Look, we're stat whores, what we're given, and I'm, even though that we saw 3 sacks,
We did, yeah.
There's 2.5 on the stat sheet. We got to go with that.
So you didn't get your. You didn't get your.
I think you're
bold.
bold.
you didn't
I
get your
think
bold.
first of all, I think your bold's too bold, and you pulled the trigger early, and I don't like that. Okay. But you get it.
I've been waiting to say the bold prediction
I know.
all week long, baby.
He snuck that in, didn't he? What a dirty little
my
slut that
God.
guy. What
Well,
a dirty little slut that guy.
I said,
He thinks he has a mustache and he can just do whatever the fuck
know.
he
I'm a
wants.
fucking cop. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Huh?
Hey,
It
hey,
is awesome.
settle down.
It is.
Hey, Philly PD, settle
Philly
the fuck
PD.
down.
Philly PD. Hey, I'll fucking do whatever.
guys,
Hey,
you
you
guys.
guys. I'll fucking do whatever I want.
That's a great point. Howell, being the most sacked QB, our D line, obviously, yeah, we love what Michael Parsons been doing, but even when he's quiet, we still are getting 5 sacks a game.
Yeah, we had 5
You
sacks.
know?
Micah had zero
Zero
tackles,
tackles,
0
zero
sacks
sacks.
against the Giants. We still had 5 sacks.
So
That's pretty impressive.
I love-
5 different players
I love that. I love what that D line is doing outside
of Micah.
of Micah, and I still love what Micah's doing out there.
I'm sorry, I just thought of something when we were talking about
Do it.
Adam's mustache. In the community, meaning the black community, we say you never trust a black man with no facial hair. You don't trust a white man with.
Yeah,
We've been saying that to him all week. That's fucking hilarious because we've been telling him that all week. Never trust a man with a mustache.
Oh my God! I was like, I said, but he's my man. I trust you.
No,
bro.
I like that
I
you said
trust you,
that.
bro.
He's the one that, I mean, AJ has a mustache too. I ain't trusting this motherfucker though.
The thing with
Porn
AJ,
stash.
Yeah, it is.
This is a mustache.
I don't
Yeah,
even think this is I'm gonna have sex with you by a dumpster. Right?
AJ
And
looks like he's about to fucking listen to some punk rock music and go fucking crazy.
I need to get some gauges.
Yeah, get
Yeah,
those
yeah,
games
yeah.
up. I look like I should fucking be wearing a Nick Sirianni coach's fucking
my God.
Cowboys coat. I should have my Cowboys coach coaching over.
You should be hosting the evening news.
Yeah.
I'm running Burgundy.
So right now I'm on Burgundy.
The weather today is warm.
The weather today says that the
windy.
Cowboys are about to kick the shit out of the Washington
I was
football
going to
team.
ask you if you played jazz flute.
Oh God, sometimes I do. I play a different type of flute, if you know what I'm saying. Huh, Chris?
Yeah, he plays the
Hey,
skin flute. Great.
hey, Chris, I play the skin flute.
The skin flute.
So with just a quick little pivot here.
Hit it.
With Curse being doubtful going into
Which
the
that's
game.
wild. That's hot
Yeah.
off the
Who
press.
is filling in for him?
Well, you got Wanye could. Wanye could get more snaps if
He
Curse is
is.
out. That's my first pick for him. Would be Wanye Thomas to fill in for Curse.
Wanye been needing more snaps.
Anyways.
You know what I mean? Because the kid, man, he always pop on tape.
Yeah.
Saw him today.
So I
Curse
think-
has not been having the best season.
Well, that's what I mean. If Curse is out and Wanye comes out and has a pick or
Chris
a
has
big
been playing
sack.
a little bit, a little too much undisciplined football right now. He's getting a lot.
Had a
he's
good
getting
game last week.
Yeah, had a good game
He
last
did get
week.
burnt. He did get burned by 84 for a big
1 and
one.
2. It's like right
Yeah.
now 1 and 2 on the Cowboys. Curse and Lewis, and we say Curse cursed himself by changing his numbers.
Yeah.
Should stay 27.
Should have stayed
man.
27.
He twisted to 1,
And fucking J-Lu.
Why
like,
would you
1 and
switch
2.
to Boss Man Fat's number?
Why would you switch to Boss Man Fast number?
27's a cool number, too.
27 is a great number.
Now, I'm a defender of J. Lou just because
Let's hear it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Because
That's good. That's a
we've
good-
been we've been pretty critical.
We've
of him
been
the last
very
few
critical of
games.
J-Lu the last 3 weeks specifically
Yeah.
because teams are targeting him.
I'm a defender
He's a Michigan guy.
because you're Michigan.
He's a
Michigan guy.
He's a
What,
Michigan
Michigan?
guy.
Yeah, he's from Michigan.
He's from Michigan.
Hey, congratulations on the 1,000-win record right there,
Hey,
Chris.
man, it's 1,001 Saturday. Y'all check us out.
Yeah,
They are.
So,
right here.
Hell
Cowboys
to the
can
victors. Anyway, Jay, I think Jay, man, he missed so much time. Okay, I don't really think he's still 100%
He can't be.
because
We've seen what he can do.
yes, because when he was in his prime, he was the blitzing corner, nickel corner. He was man up on tight ends, and he's a
No one
foot
caught
shorter.
shit. No one caught shit on him. And he was tough. And he
was
was
tough.
aggressive. He was like that aggressive, he was like that spark plug.
Yes.
But this year he's a step behind.
Yeah, every time.
And I was just like, did he lose his speed? Is he still hurt? I said, I'm going to chalk this year up as I'm getting healthy.
Okay.
Now, if he come next year and
Same
he's
shit.
still that step behind, because remember, it was a debate if the Cowboys was going to keep him.
He
Yeah.
might have not even made the team this year.
That's right.
He was one of the guys that would have been a possible camp cut.
Yes,
Didn't he make the team because of an injury?
an injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of J. Lou, not only because he went to Michigan.
Homer.
I am a biased ass homer, yes. But it's only for 2 teams. So,
Yeah.
Jay will be just fine. Just like on our show, the Los Three Amigos on pregame show, Armando say, hey, man, we should sit. We had starter sit. He said we need to sit Schoonmaker, who scored a touchdown last week.
Scooney. Hey, we're big Scooney
Hey,
boys.
we're giving
Scooney is a sailboat.
and tomorrow we're giving away a Schoonmaker jersey
That's
right.
At
live
AT&T
in
Stadium.
front of AT&T Stadium.
The problem is with that, you keep buying these larges. I was a large in kindergarten. I am a bunch of X's. Did you get a bunch of X's?
Scooney's an XL.
Scooney's an XL.
I couldn't wear XL in the 3rd grade.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Scooney is an XL. We have XL. We have a Schoonmaker jersey.
In America, we're big people.
Yeah.
I know it's a food shortage in Canada, but not down here.
Well, then they're gonna have to give it to their fucking wife or kids.
Guess what? So some lucky kid out there is gonna get a nice XL Schoonmaker jersey. Some woman out there is gonna get a nice large Hunter Lepke jersey, and then some toddler is gonna get a Deuce Vaughn jersey tomorrow because it's
medium.
a medium.
No, it's
Perfect, though, because it fits me.
Yeah, it fits. Well, the Deuce Vaughn jersey is actually made to size, so for a Deuce Vaughn. So
Yeah. Yeah, it's an IRL Deuce Vaughn jersey.
Deuce, I didn't say that.
Deuce, he didn't say that. We said it. Yeah, we said it.
It was the fucking Canadian.
It's
was
the
a
Canadians.
Canadian.
The Canadians, we did it.
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you guys because Ad already jumped his
Yeah.
boldy. Ad just went bold
It just
prediction
went bold, jumped
way
it out.
later, so we know. So Ad went bold prediction 4 sacks for Micah Parsons.
Wow.
Big Chris, what do you think? Cowboys Chris, what are you thinking for your bold prediction?
Bold prediction,
Yeah, make it bold though.
Michael Gallup, 3 touchdowns.
Oh, that is bold. That's
NG13
fucking-
with 3 touchdowns.
That's-
Holy
that's-
shnipe!
You said bold.
That is bold. That's super bold.
That's a bold
I'm thinking
prediction.
about it, and I'm like, okay.
That's bold. It could
Because
happen.
he's been rolling, or he could roll. Sorry, he could roll his last game performance into this game, and we're just talking about
and-
touchdowns,
And
not
I got,
yards.
and I
not
got a
TDs.
reasoning
Yeah,
for it.
give us some
Let's hear
reason
the
because
reasoning.
I do not agree with that bold prediction. Chris.
Because
Cowboy Ad does not like, Cop Ad does not like the.
that's a personal problem.
Yeah.
So the reason why, because all the coverage now is rolling to CD.
Yes.
Yep.
All of it. Okay. Y'all been seeing just glimpses of Mike. Mike got a touchdown the other week.
Yep.
7 glimpses. He hadn't had a breakout game yet since his injury. And I think it's a time.
Yeah.
So that's why I
What
said,
about,
and he's
what
good
about
enough-
B. Cooks though?
Fuck big Cooks.
Crack him.
We got him.
Cooks to me is our complimentary, hey, I need this catch right now, guy.
Yeah.
So
He's gonna come out big in the playoffs.
I like the way they used him against the Giants. I just thought, okay, he separates.
Yeah.
So
He's fast.
Because
For being in
before
his 30s,
the,
he's still
the
quick.
first 8 games, the Cowboys was always looking for him deep.
Yeah.
Dude, set up the deep passes.
cross them, do some
So
stuff.
when they were crossing him, and he had the best game of
Yes.
his as a Cowboy. So if they're coming, they rolling covers to him, and then they got him crossing all the time. It's gonna leave Michael Gallup 1-on-1.
Yeah.
He's the best jump ball 1-on-1 receiver. He's the closest one to Dez on a 1-on-1 type. Mike don't get too much separation, but he will go and get the ball.
He should.
So against the Commanders and their secondary, hey, bold prediction, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I
3
like, and I
tutties.
like the reasoning for it.
I'm going to ask you guys if this is bold enough.
Probably
because
not.
It might not be.
Brian Anger, 2
Touchbacks.
point after kicks.
2 touchbacks. Yeah. No, Dak Prescott, I'm calling 5 touchdowns,
That's bold.
4 passing, 1 rush.
Yeah, that's bold.
And I think that aligns with the 3 touchdowns from Gallup.
Yeah.
I just feel like, can I give you my reason?
Yeah, no, you have to.
You're allowed to.
I think one
So,
touch-
I mean,
one,
so
yeah, one touchdown per quarter passing.
Yeah.
And then I just feel like his floppy feet are gonna jump in for a touchdown before half.
Anytime a quarterback throws 4 touchdowns and rushing for 1, like that's not a very common thing.
No, but the only reason I was wondering is because he's done that already in the last
but
3 weeks. But that was okay. Well,
He
hey,
has-
look, I'm arguing against my bold.
He almost had 50 fantasy points as a quarterback.
True.
Like that's not
That's-
common. That's a bold. And to do it twice in one season, that's even crazier. 4 touchdowns and a rushing touchdown.
Well, he.
for a quarterback.
Who is it? It was Dak and someone else who had 10 400-yard games, and
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes, right. Crazy stat.
Anyone else in the NFL, the most they have is 5.
Yes. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy stat.
If he
I
has
think.
another 400-yard game, he's the best in the NFL for having passing games, or at least over
right.
400
For this week, yeah.
So AJ is going. Dak Prescott 4 and 1.
5 total, 1 rushing.
So Ad went defense, Chris went offense, AJ went offense.
You're going special teams.
I always get stuck doing special teams.
We don't have to. Oh,
Well,
I mean, you know what? It's fun.
Sorry,
Let's do it. Let's
someone
do it.
else,
Let's see what you
someone
got.
else did special teams. 21 Armando said bold prediction: Trippin runs 1 back.
I don't hate that. I'm gonna go.
That's a bold.
Sam Williams blocked punt because he was close a couple times last week. Sam Williams blocked punt, recovery, touchdown.
Yeah.
All Sam Williams, a trifecta: block, recovery, touchdown.
Real quick, just not too obviously. Okay, good.
That's a bold.
Good bold. That's bold. But you just brought to my mind Sam Williams
Is a big motherfucker.
No,
a
but
big
playing,
motherfucker.
he is a big motherfucker. We saw him today, and he
In person, he was like this
I,
tall.
I love you, Sam
and
Williams. But
jacked.
you got to tie your shoes up. You're gonna hurt yourself. He had shoes on. They were not tied up. The laces were just like loose. And I'm like,
Yeah.
Sammy boy, if I step on those and push you,
You're going down.
you know,
And-
like
and I
in
love
high
that- I
school
love
where
that
you
he-
used to like step on someone and give him.
He pulled up in the biggest truck, and
His
it
truck
was
was
like
dope.
It was like parked in the middle of the fucking
Nice
square.
tan, like the
Desert
salute
Storm
to service.
Yeah, Desert Storm tan.
Yeah, it was nice.
I want to finish my thought there, but
Okay,
also I
go
want
for
to
it.
piggyback off of what you just said.
Take it.
I thought it was so cool that like Sam Williams, like drove himself out to this event at the Cowboys Experience, fucking set up shop, chilled,
Ate a turkey leg.
ate a turkey leg, and then
signed
drove
some
himself
odds,
home.
And then drove himself
Yeah,
home.
and as he was about to leave, like people were getting
Yeah.
up. I was like, I gotta go talk to him.
And you did, and we
I
got him.
did. I had to go talk to him.
Yeah, but so
Asked him how big his
but
hog
he
was.
on, and he said,
Ooh, tiny
Massive.
he
wiener.
said as big as that turkey leg. Get
Yeah, I
the
was
fuck
like,
out of my face.
Get the fuck out of here, you
He's
nerd.
like, run away before I punch those glasses off your head.
Get out of here, nerd.
A bunch of times on a waved punt, Sam Williams was the first one
That's what I
down
mean.
there.
Yeah.
Is
Oh, yeah.
Is he new?
No, yeah,
being on
last
special
week.
teams?
Last week he was gunning punts.
He was gunning.
He was gunning punts.
Yeah.
And
Which
I
is
like
fucking
that.
mind-boggling.
I think Sam is just trying to let him know, get me on the field.
Yeah,
That's
Get
what
him
we
on the
said.
field. That's
Chris,
what they yelled.
we
That's
said.
what they yelled at him when they were signing. Sam, you need more snaps.
Yeah, but
I
like
loved it.
I think I agree. I think what he said to the coach is, hey, any place you think I can be on the field at any time, just put me out.
Dude,
there.
he was gunning punts.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
wild.
I
Usually it's
think-
a quick guy.
I
Sam
think-
Williams.
But he was the first one down.
always, yeah.
I love this set by Dan Quinn when he finally have all of them on the field. When he has Sam Fowler and Michael Parsons on the field together on rushing downs. And if they put them all on the same side, who you gonna block?
Yeah.
Who are you going to block?
Who you gonna block?
Yeah, it's tough. So they actually, right now in the NFL, the best 4 combo, a group of 4 guys
On the line.
and
As a group.
of all
Yeah.
teams, just rushing forward, no blitzing, nothing. The best combo in the NFL is Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, Dorrance
Fowler.
Armstrong, and Fowler Jr. Those are the 4 best guys together to get into having a sack or pressure.
Yeah, high pressure. Yeah.
Incredible. Kilo C says,
Kilo!
welcome to Texas, Ant and the Bandwagon Boys. Shout out to Cowboys Chris. That's our boy.
Heyo!
Kilo C, day 1. He was out here last
I
year
do wish
with
Kilo
us.
was out here this
Oh.
year. I do wish Kilo was out
We
here
miss
with
you,
us.
Kilo. And you
Kilo,
got to get
just ban someone randomly.
Kilo's from Houston.
He's our chat.
mod.
Just ban anyone in there right now.
randomly.
Eastside,
No.
Eastside Herald's in there. And
Is
he's
he in
talking,
there?
Yeah, Eastside Herald's in here and some other dude.
What's he
who's talking
saying?
to-
No, we don't do bans. We don't do bans.
No, I
We
know.
love
Eastside Herald
it.
says Dallas has not beaten a team over 500 all season. Can someone please explain this to me?
I'll
Yeah,
explain it to you.
I love
Okay,
to
Chris.
explain
Yeah,
it.
Chris,
Okay.
lead out. If
That's
you've
a
got
fair
it.
question.
Because but I'm ready for it though.
Yeah.
I'm ready for that.
Last
too.
year we said the same shit about the Eagles.
Well, the Dolphins this year. The Dolphins haven't
They
beat a
hadn't
fucking
beat
team over
anybody.
500.
Hadn't beat anybody. To me, you just beat the people on your freaking schedule, and the
You
rest will work
don't
out.
decide who you play.
You don't. It's not like it's a week-to-week schedule. That shit was made a year ago.
Yeah.
So it's not the team's fault who you play.
Yes.
Yeah.
But as soon as you lose to that weak-ass team, then you're going to get, you couldn't beat such and such. But then if you beat them, they were weak.
You should have beat them. Yeah.
Okay, so we beat the Jets. It's the Jets.
Yeah.
Bills beat the Jets. It's like comeback game. The Jets are back.
Oh, no, the Bills are back.
The Bills are
Bills are
back. The
back.
Bills are back. The
Yeah.
Bills are back. This is a comeback game. This is a precedent game. They needed a bounce back game. It's like, fuck you.
Josh Allen, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception against the Jets.
But also, I just
as well?
just to make this point as well.
Are you going to be
Also as well.
defending the analysts, or are you going to be on our side?
I'm on your side.
Okay.
I'm saying the analysts create these scenarios
Yes, of
and
course.
then want to prove them right. It's not really fair to get on, like Josh Allen has never come out and said, I'm this quarterback, I'm the best. He's playing football at his level and doing what he does. The analysts, or let's say the talking heads, have been touting, putting him on a pedestal.
Right.
So I always think like, okay, we should attack the analysts, obviously,
Attack
but
him.
like he's playing his. Maybe he was never the guy they said he was, and he's just that type of kind of whatever B+ QB. And I don't think it's fair. I always think it's just not fair to like say, oh look, like he's just never come out and. No quarterback is really going to come out and say, "Hey, I'm this type of quarterback. This is who I am."
I'm the bomb.com.
I'm the bomb.com. And if they do,
I kind of would like that.
but I'm just
If
saying.
a quarterback came out and was like, I'm the bomb.com.
I love to.
Russell
I love
Wilson
to,
said it.
I'm Mr. Limited.
Mr. Unlimited.
Well, you know what? And
Unlimited.
you should, Mr. Spicy. You should shit on him all fucking day, right?
Spicy.
But it's just, I always find it like I want to always push back.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, he never said this shit. It's the talking heads have created this illusion about him, and now because it's not panning out, now they're trying to find a way to shove a square narrative into a round hole.
Most of the, and I agree with you, because most of the gripe from that is the fact that the analysts shit on the Cowboys more than any other team, or they adjust the narrative when they're talking about any other team. So, like,
Clickbait, baby.
They push the stick.
yeah,
They push the line a little
Yes.
bit. If it's X team did this,
Yeah.
but it didn't go to their what they said originally, it just goes a little bit further.
like you're gonna hear
kick it.
Keyshawn
And then it's
Johnson.
like the Cowboys,
Tell
it
me
gets
what
pulled in.
team they're gonna beat that matters.
Well, but that's back to Chris's point. That it's so irrelevant. They can't pick who they play. Yes, of course they lost.
At the start of the season.
Yeah.
If we looked at the schedule before they started
Jets
playing,
was going to be a hard game.
Giants were supposed to be good. Jets were
Giants-
supposed to be good.
Giants were a postseason team.
Everybody picked us to lose against the Jets
There
when the
was
season
there was
started.
Yes,
there was
yes,
fucking
exactly.
people saying Tiki Barber saying that Daniel Jones is the better quarterback
And
than
he
Dak
said
Prescott.
that out his mouth.
Out of it,
Out of his
this
mouth,
is a dude that gets
on
paid.
tape.
A
That's
guy
what
that
I'm
gets
saying.
paid to be on TV.
Is it like, I mean, I know I was talking about
It's a movement.
I was talking about
It's a
the
movement.
Bills, but just in general, like, it's all a fabrication, and they're hoping that what they say happens.
Yeah, because
right?
then they're that guy.
Because guess what? They could say whatever the fuck they want. They don't have to be correct. If we
No,
move
there's
on to
no
the next win,
there's no
yeah.
accountability held to anyone that says shit on TV.
No.
No, they're not like a weatherman.
No,
No,
exactly.
No.
They're just tabloid.
There's no
Yeah, it's
accountability.
tabloid,
you
man.
can say what they're supposed to say is the wildest shit,
Yeah.
and the more wild the take, actually the better it is.
And-
Because well, one, we're
'Cause
talking about it right now.
Yeah, because then it's on X, then it's on TikTok,
Yeah,
then
it's
it's
on
on
everything.
Facebook. You
Gets
know, can you-
reposted
can
a
you
million times.
believe what he said?
Yes,
Yeah, can you?
right or
Yeah.
wrong,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't
right?
matter. Yeah, it could be the most wild take. Jared
And
Jones
look,
better than Dak Prescott. That's a wild take.
The Cowboys are just always. That's why they are the most profitable or the most expensive sports franchise in the world. Is because every fucking network, and they talk about this too. They're being more open about it. It's like we need to talk about Cowboys at least once in our show
For like
because-
an extended time.
Yes,
even, yeah.
because people are like that's what people really want to tune into. Love or hate Cowboys.
Cowboy
doesn't
fans
matter.
want it.
Yes.
Other team
well,
fans
Adam,
want it.
well,
Teams wanna hear
Adam and
about
I
it.
are sitting there drinking a beer in Seattle Airport at 7 a.m. You think we were looking up at the screen and seeing something about the Cleveland
No.
Browns and being like, oh, I want to pay attention to this?
And there are good stories
And
about
I'm
every
sure,
team,
I'm sure
right?
there is, but
yeah.
like you said, it even goes with people that hate the Cowboys. They still want to hear about shit to do with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they want to say, Cowboys doing Cowboys thing.
We call that rent-free, bitch! We call that rent-free! Look into my eyes!
Hey, we live in your mind, body, and soul.
Look at his eyes.
Look at my eyes!
I
You
can't
want to look
see.
into God's eyes, you look at this!
Well, we'll open your fucking eyes
I
first,
can't.
and then we will see.
Yes, why does they go?
And Anthony's not
the
smoking.
aggression in his voice.
And
But
Anthony's not
it's-
smoking any. Ant's not smoking any
No,
weed either.
no
That's-
methamphetamines.
Yeah,
No
yeah.
methamphetamines.
So-
I'll show you the clip that I'm talking about after.
On this,
Toss me one, son.
toss me one, son. On this,
Toss two.
I want to bring up. I know.
Hey, crack him if you got him. Hey,
Crack 'em
hey,
if you
crack him if you
got
Yeah,
got
Big
him.
Chris, get one. Yeah, crack me if you got him, son.
Crack 'em.
I want to still stick on the Commanders Cowboys, but I do, if I can, take a little
Detour?
break
Detour?
here to bring up
Our sponsor.
because I think it could. No.
I'm kidding.
Our sponsor, Vape
Clear-
10s.
clear-
Get
clear-
vaped up and vape 10. No.
Our sponsor, Clear Optics, for all your glasses and optic needs.
Yeah, mine
Monday
are like,
nighter.
I'm vaped. It looks like
the
a
Monday
And,
nighter.
and barber saw when you need your mustache so sparkly.
Yeah. Ooh, how do I get this? It's Barbasol. Yeah.
Yeah. Monday nighter, are you talking about
I'm
Eagles,
saying-
Kansas City?
Yeah, I just want to know
I
how
like
does
this.
how does that play into our outlook for the rest of the season? The Eagles beating Kansas City.
Me personally, you just gotta handle our business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if we're always gonna be banking on if somebody else loses, we're wasting energy.
You're losers.
We're losers.
Hoping someone else
Yeah,
loses.
if you're that guy,
We're
I mean-
gonna play them again. We just gotta handle our business. We can't. We don't. I don't care if the Eagles win every game except for us. As long as we beat them, long as we match up with them
Yep.
in the playoffs and we kick their ass.
Playoffs.
That's all I care.
Yeah.
I don't care about NFC East titles. I don't care about the division. I care about conference championships and the Super Bowl.
Yes.
We need to get to the conference championship. I don't care if it's in Dallas, Philadelphia, San Francisco. I don't give a fuck where it is.
Pluto.
We just gotta win.
Put it in Vegas. Who gives a
We
shit?
gotta win.
Yeah.
So when people waste energy worried about if the Eagles win or not,
You can't. I mean,
You can't-
I was pretty fired up when he dropped that pass.
you know,
Yes.
of course I was upset. I was like,
Of course.
I
We-
said,
Catch that fucking
said-
shit,
I
man!
I
But
said-
that's the point he's making.
'cause I was like,
Yeah, I know.
I was like, is this a mob game? I've
Yeah.
never seen Kansas City drop some at home.
At home.
So, but it was just, it's like this. Worry about what we can worry about,
Yeah.
our team.
Yep.
And our team, like I said, no more trap games. Go in there, do what you got to do, get to where you need to be, and then in that moment, take advantage of it. Because right now, of course, the narrative for the Cowboys, we can't win the big one. But I got a
fucking hate that
I
narrative.
got a fucking poster over there that got 5 Super Bowls on it. So that's a lie.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a jacket
number
right
one.
here signed by 4 Dallas Cowboys that says
So-
we got 5 championships, okay?
And
So fuck you, dickhead.
I hate trump cards like that because I want to have an educated argument with people.
Right.
It's hard to do. It's hard to do.
When you just have a hatred for the Cowboys, that's not my fault. Because most of the time when people hate the Cowboys, because we whooped your team ass a lot.
Yeah, fuck you.
That's why the Eagles really
Yes.
hate the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Because you check the record, I think we're 76 and 40 something against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Fuck you, dude.
So
They get whipped.
they get their ass whipped a lot.
Yep.
So they won a couple.
What did you say? Wally whooped?
Mollywop.
Mollywop. You got fucking mollywop, dude.
My take from that game was both of those teams are beatable.
Yeah, they look
That's
like
what
shit.
I saw
They look like shit.
watching that game. I was like, okay,
Yes.
a lot like Mahomes is throwing to 4 on any other team. They would be 4th wide receivers. You know,
If that was Tyreek Hill, that's a walk-in
Done.
touchdown.
Oh, yeah,
Done.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's a walk-in touchdown.
Yeah, like Scalding, a 4th wideout on any
Yes.
other team. Tony, he's not even really a wide receiver.
all
In
these
my
guys
eyes,
have
Hardman,
like
they're all 4s.
they're all very fast, but they can't catch a football.
But that's one thing about the Eagles. If you leave them in the game, of course, they always going to take that one deep shot.
Yep.
And they connected on their
They
deep
got it.
shot.
Yes, they
and
did.
And the Chiefs didn't connect on their deep shot.
And they had it.
That was the basically the game.
But
That
I
was
think,
it, yeah.
but Jalen Hurts still went 150 some odd yards, 0 throwing touchdowns, and 1 interception. He had one two rushing touchdowns. So yeah, Jalen Hurts, best running back on the
also throws the
Eagles.
ball.
The Eagles, who sometimes throws the ball. So when you look at it and the thing that Alex said that I agree with, it's like, yeah, you watch that game. I don't ever agree. But you watch that game, you're like, yeah, the Cowboys. And even when we played them, I fucking can't stand the fact that everyone's like, you lost to the Eagles. We barely lost to the Eagles. We barely lost to the Eagles. So we showed everybody that we can still bang with the big boys, the fucking 9-1 Eagles. It's an absolute ridiculous narrative to say that we can't win the big games.
The only thing that's going to come back and bite us, I think, like
Arizona.
as far as trying to win the division,
Chris,
that Arizona, yeah,
Mikey was there too. Armando
Mikey,
was there
Armando,
too.
But that-
Tony Romo
Eric
was
Botche
there.
was there.
That Arizona,
that lost.
Fucking
because-
Arizona game that you guys all were at. Shame on all of you
I love it,
Cowboy
though.
fans.
Chris, I agree though. I love the perspective. It's like it doesn't, and nothing else matters but that NFC Championship.
Get into the
and Super Bowl.
postseason. That's it. Get into the dance.
I
The
can,
Giants did it. They were the 6th
Yep.
seed. They beat the fucking 17-0 or 16-0, whatever the fuck it was at the time.
I want to see
New England
Cowboys
Patriots.
roll. I want to see Cowboys continue what they're doing, roll out the rest of the season. Now we go into the playoffs with a team that's gelling. And that's a big thing, right? Like having all that mojo working for you. That, like, if it takes, maybe another loss or two, but we still make it into the wild card. Who cares? Like, it's one extra game, and if the team is gelling, if you're gelling, then it's like whatever. Now you got to win an extra game.
From now
it's either
on-
3 wins or 4 wins.
From now on, for the rest of the season, I don't buy the shit of the saying the Commanders suck. It's a divisional game.
Yes.
It's a hard game.
Yeah.
It's still a hard game. There's the Cowboys do not have another easy game. They go Commanders. What is it? Commanders.
Seahawks.
Eagles.
Dolphins. Bills.
Bills. Dolphins.
Yeah, Bills
Commanders.
you're coming out to the Bills game
Yes.
to Canada,
Yes.
and then the Dolphins, and then the Commanders. Detroit, then the Commanders.
Oh yeah, Detroit's in there. So there's no easy game.
No.
Those are all hard games. So and I hate the shit that we've talked about a little bit. We touched on a little bit of the strength of schedule, how it changes from the start of the year where we had a hard schedule until we start winning. It's like now the Cowboys have had the easiest schedule. Get fucked.
No, you can't.
You can't pick and choose.
You can't take you have to start somewhere, I get it. So you take last year's record and the team and then move it forward and project. But we've seen just in the Cowboys schedule how that really does not match up to what's happened.
No.
Injuries. Teams just the Giants absolutely thought they were going to be much more competitive, even without that injury.
Yeah.
But still, they just completely dried up. Like you said, quit.
Quit.
If you quit in an NFL game, rather than just swap players out and then
end of the third quarter with the Giants, there was like one of the touchdowns, and all of us said it while we were live streaming. We were like, those guys they're not even trying to tackle right now.
Well,
they're saving their
they're
fucking.
like,
the other thing is the fucking
What's that here?
Crack
me, guys.
San Francisco 49ers. They go.
Bang bang.
They beat the Cowboys, and then they go 3 losses in a row. They hit their bye week, and then they go up a rank in PFF.
Yeah.
Cowboys?
That's NFL.
NFL.com rankings.
NFL.com.
Oh, it was NFL? Okay, so NFL. The power rankings. Sorry.
Fucking Ed or whatever his name is.
Ed Home.
Yeah. So it's like, what kind of bullshit is that?
It's bullshit.
And for sure, you're right. It's.
I just brought it up because I wanted to bitch a little bit.
You
here.
wanted to bitch.
Well,
Bitching's fun.
I just think.
I enjoyed the bitch.
I like bitching.
Cowboys Cave allows me to like really exercise my demons, and I like to just
Well, let's look at. Let's
Get your
look.
bitch alarm out.
get my bitch alarm out.
I mean, look, we're kind of having some fun talking here, and so I'm just going to keep going with our
Yeah, roll with
conversation
it.
where we're rolling.
Rock and roll.
We're
like
talking
it.
about where we're going
Practice?
to, who we're practice.
Talking
about
practice?
practice. No, going forward, and who we have to meet, which is going to be, say, Eagles, 49ers, blank.
You're talking.
Yeah.
postseason,
I'm talking
yeah.
like the
Well,
trajectory
right.
of who we're going to have to hit.
Right now
Lions.
we're logged
Lions,
in.
sure.
So we're logged into, I believe it's the 5th,
We're the 5th seed.
and New Orleans is the 4th. Which that, as far as wild card rounds go,
Nice.
That's as best as we get because we don't want to do. If we're 4th seed, we're more than likely playing the Niners. So then after that, you're playing the Eagles, which is fine, right? You want to be the best, beat the best.
Yeah.
But I don't hate playing the New Orleans Saints and then maybe bypassing the
One of them.
Eagles, or you'll bypass one of them.
Hey,
you'll then play the Lions probably.
Every team has had a little bit of it's not only luck in the game. There's a little bit of luck that happens with every winning team, right? The catch that Edelman made against Arizona Cardinals, where he fucking was tackled by 3 people.
No,
Right.
the Falcons.
Falcons, sorry.
Right, yeah.
Tackled by 3 people, and he like catches the like.
I got it.
Who was the Giants' helmet catch?
Tyrell.
So I know I'm picking some big moments in Super Bowls, but still, like that's part of football, and it's all part of the team gelling.
gelling?
For gelling.
gelling, baby.
But that comes down to like when again, I always like to bring up my athletic career.
Yeah, dude.
Let's hear it.
But we all know, like, when we played sports, even if it's just at the level that I did, which was like C-level fucking bottom of the barrel dog shit teams, when you just get a flow going, and that flow can continue for a few games, and that's what is going to take any team into the playoffs and be able to like
Playoffs.
beat a team. So I obviously want to see us play those harder teams just so we can
definitely.
like
I agree.
just so we can say like, hey,
Well, you know what?
we had to go through them, but I'm not upset if you have
If
to
it's
bypass
different
them
out.
because that's part of the luck of the game,
Dude,
right?
going to the NFC Championship through, say you take out San Fran, then you take out Philly, and then you're playing the NFC Championship game against like
You gotta feel you're riding high.
someone else.
You're sky
and then,
fucking
like
high.
at that point, it's like we're doing it.
Yeah.
Right. Like we're fucking doing it. And then
But
all
if
of
we
us,
don't, I
all
don't
of
want
us
it
just
to be-
standing naked to Creed.
Can you
take
me higher?
This is like, what the fuck are these guys?
These
I
white
know
guys coming here
Creed.
fucking talking about
But I
Creed.
know Creed, but I learned something, AJ. I didn't know curling had a C-level team. But
I wish AJ played curling. We should start a curling team. We honestly should.
Yeah.
it's like he's sweeping this shit real fast.
Chris was sitting on that one.
but I can't make it. Like he's just not. His broom work's just not good enough.
And then Ad would be the guy that threw it and just going, yep.
Sweet.
And then I don't know what I'd be doing, just drinking probably.
Funny thing is, I grew up
At the
with
curling
only
rink?
only CBC. So I had one channel. CBC is like the
Canadian Broadcasting
Canadian
Channel.
Broadcasting
It's
Channel.
a free channel for.
It's like the free channel. I
Channel
couldn't,
2.
I couldn't switch anywhere.
Channel 2.
So often they would have curling. So I would be watching a lot of curling as a kid, like just because like that's what was
Mr.
on.
Dress
I-
Up,
I-
Mr.
yeah,
Dress Up,
yeah.
and curling. That's what he watched.
Yeah. We
Mr.
did.
Dress, I never heard of Mr. Dress
Oh, that's a
Up.
Canadian thing too. It's
Okay.
Canadian.
Do you know Mr. Rogers?
Yes.
It's like the Canadian version.
So
kinda.
Mr. Dress Up and what used to be on Mr.
Mr.
Rogers'
and
show
they had sex together.
They had sex together. No, he used to do all the puppets.
Yes.
So then when Mr. Rogers actually came over he moved back to Philadelphia to open up his show. This is behind baseball. He did a show on American
So
television.
Mr. Rogers is Jalen Hurts' father.
Yeah.
That's what you're gonna.
No, I was just gonna say,
Really?
Mr. Rogers was a Canadian show, and then when he went back to America, he told CBC, "Oh, you should give Mr. Dress Up his own show because he's doing all these things." I watched the documentary. It's on Amazon Prime. Fuck you, dickhead.
That's what I thought you were promoting.
Yeah,
and then you just got angry
you
about
got
it.
mad about it. Okay, I'm gonna go around score predictions. We gotta
Pittsburgh,
do-
not Philadelphia. Fuck Philadelphia.
Yeah, fuck
okay,
Philadelphia.
okay.
We need
Pittsburgh.
score predictions. Chris, it's like I was going to say you're our
No,
guest, but
you haven't done your boldy.
yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
I did the Sam Williams punt block
Yeah,
return
right,
touchdown.
sorry.
What
which
was
is
Chris's bold prediction? Oh, Michael Gallup.
Gallup,
three.
touchdowns.
So we got 3 TDs, four
Four
sacks.
for Michael Parsons.
5
Touchdowns.
Yeah,
one
yeah,
touchdown,
yeah.
one runner.
Yeah.
One
I
run
think those are all
for
bold.
Dak.
I think those are all bold. But we got to do score predictions.
Well, on my show today, I said that there's no way the Commanders come in here and do anything against the Cowboys. I predict the Cowboys 42-14.
42-14. I love
That's
that.
what I mean.
Make the bet.
fucking
Hey,
bet.
make
We're
the
gonna
fucking bet right
You
now.
have to make
We
that
gotta make
fucking
that
bet. Well, I joked around at the Cowboys experience. Someone asked me. I said 49-0. And I thought, maybe not to that extreme, but I'm going to say it here, 49-0. The last time I predicted a shutout, it happened. We shut out the Giants. I'm predicting a fucking shutout, man. I do not think they're a good football team. I think this is the year the Cowboys finally put it together, and we don't lose or we don't have close games to bottom tier teams.
Now, remember the last time we played the Skins on Thanksgiving, we put 55 on their ass.
Exactly.
So, yeah, think about
Throw it
that.
up, 49-0. That's mine.
Man, I like it.
AJ's like 46-0.
No, I'm just calculating in my head right now. Because I want the 5 TDs. That brings us to 35.
Yep.
Then I think we're going to get probably 2 field goals as well. So
No defensive touchdowns, no offensive or special teams touchdowns.
I don't really ever include those,
Yeah, okay, fair.
which I should.
Well,
So
the
what's
average
that,
that we're
40,
doing it,
35, 41 to 10.
wow, okay. We're all 40 burgers so far.
38-10 for me.
38-10, okay. I think that always goes around that range. Like 38-10.
Yeah, 38-10.
We suck at picking. I don't think any of us have picked the right score this year.
Yeah, I think the Commanders are gonna get garbage touchdowns at the end.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's
that
what
could be it.
I'm thinking.
When the twos are in against our.
Well, this is the
I'm
okay. Actually,
thinking
bring
that,
that
yeah.
up.
Against
We
their
talked
wild.
That's
about
great, yeah.
we talked about this last week. What other team? What other teams in the NFL pull their fucking starting quarterback as much as us? How many times has Dak Prescott been pulled at the
At
end?
least 4.
Yeah,
5.
4. Giants, Jets,
Giants twice.
And Giants,
Carolina.
Jets, Giants, Carolina.
Yeah.
And there was one more.
Against
Who the fuck else did
the
we blow?
Jets. They pulled
Jets,
him
yeah,
against the
Jets. So 5.
So like, Dak Prescott's been pulled from the game due to us fucking racking the score up. Big O Chubb's 41-16 is his score. That's
I
a
like
nice,
that.
That's a good score prediction.
I like that.
AJ's not impressed. Sorry, Big O Chubb.
No. I like. I'm calculating again. So I'm like 14. So he's thinking a touchdown in 3.
Rain Man over
Yeah,
there.
AJ's the rain man of the group.
No, but a touchdown in 3 kicks. I guess is what it would have to be, right? Because
And by rain
Or-
man, we mean he sits out in the rain.
I sit on the rain.
So it's like he's always in the rain.
I sit out in the rain. I puke at Cowboy Chris's house, sitting out in the rain. Lose my hat. Gift it to his pup, his beautiful young boy.
That's some behind baseball right there.
That is some behind baseball. You know what, Chris? Like I said, I would have rather your dog get that enjoyment of that hat rather than me just leave it in an Uber or something like
All
that.
right.
So
Well, he enjoyed the hell out
he
of it.
enjoyed the hell out of it. That's right.
Baldo Cat says mine is 28-14.
28-14.
28-14, so a pretty tight game. I
That's
do
tight.
not want that score tomorrow. Baldo, I apologize.
I mean, we still get our
we still get our dubs.
I got
and we get our
one more
spread.
bold prediction though.
Yeah, get it.
Ooh, bold it up.
Hold it up.
The Cowboys will get a first down on their first possession.
No!
Okay, we said bold, not crazy.
Yeah, are you fucking crazy, Chris?
Are you
Chris?
fucking nuts? The Cowboys getting a first down on their first offensive drive.
Chris, I tell you to go home, but you're already home, okay?
We'll go inside.
actually-
Get inside, Chris.
Yeah, you have to leave now. Okay,
No, that is true. That is has been a problem.
it is a bold for the last
with the
years,
Cowboys.
forever, for fucking ever. I can't remember. I would say the last time that they consistently would pick up first downs. Probably 2016.
Yeah.
That Dak's rookie and Zeke's rookie year, they churned out first downs. Since that, it's just been like.
See, this is when we missed the 90s Cowboys. They would always start with a touchdown every game.
I don't even need a touchdown. Get 3 points.
Well-
You just get one first down.
So-
Get one first down.
So Big O Chubb says, I agree with Chris. Baldo Cat then says, I think the Commanders' front will provide a challenge for our injured O-line and Steele.
Who's injured on our O-line?
I'm not sure.
Everybody's healthy.
Yeah,
Everybody seems healthy.
We got Smith, Tyron Smith's one of the best tackles in the NFL. Actually, when we said Tyler Smith today, I told him in person, I was like, yo, dude, you're the best guard in the NFL. And he was like,
Respect.
like he seems like a genuine fucking guy.
That's a hometown kid. He played,
Yeah, he seems
He
genuine.
played with my nephew in North Carolina.
I'm mad I
There
didn't
you
have
go.
my jersey on. I'm mad I didn't
Oh,
have my
yeah,
Tyler
dude,
Smith jersey
I mean,
on.
Anth has a fucking Tyler
No,
Smith
he wouldn't
jersey.
be
I
there.
know.
And we're like, and we even talked about it. Oh, bring your Tyler Smith jersey. If I was in charge of his jerseys, I would have brought it.
I know. But we got Tyron Smith, Tyler Smith, Biotish, Martin, and Steele.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
our five
well,
starters.
Everybody's healthy.
Okay, so then we have
4 T's and a Z, baby.
Yeah. Big
And
O
they're
Chubb
for
says,
gelling now.
Yeah, oh yeah, they are.
so Big O Chubb says I agree with Chris, and then we go. Big O Chubb says Cowboys open with a field goal.
I'm okay
Hey.
with that.
Yep.
Like I said,
Points on the board.
if they get one fucking first down on their first drive, especially if they start off with the ball.
I'm
want
fucking
think of
celebrating
me.
like it's
When
the-
you're at the game, I want you to think we said,
Oh, we're
Chris.
gonna send you a video.
Yeah, we'll
We'll
send you a
send you
video.
a video.
We
You
have.
gotta be the first possession, though. Gotta be.
Yeah, they have to start with the ball.
Yes.
Okay, so then we have Matt Ramos saying 38-17 Cowboys.
Okay, that's a
Baldo
good score.
Cat says, and I think Sam Howell hits over 250.
Howell can sling
Okay.
it.
Okay, so
Howell
Baldo,
can sling it.
Ben don't break though.
Baldo
Yeah,
Cat saying is
Let him get those
yeah.
middle of the field yards. man.
Howell can throw it. He can throw it.
Baldo Cat saying it's Terrence Steele's neck. That's the injury.
Was that on the injury report?
Oh, I didn't see that. No, Terrence Steele's not on the injury report.
So we good.
Oh, he is. Sorry,
Oh.
but it was an ankle. They had ankle here, so maybe that's a new one.
Oh no.
Because he was practicing full Tuesday. And
Who
Wednesday,
is his
so.
backup? Who's the like? Cause he has,
Chuba.
is Chuma his back? Is Chuma the swing tackle?
He has to be.
We don't really have.
We don't have another right tackle.
Someone that we're not really
He's the only other guy who's played.
convinced with being a swing tackle.
And then, our boy Kilos, he says our Cowboys cannot get embarrassed tomorrow.
Can't lose on
It
Thanksgiving.
won't happen.
Can't happen.
Can't happen,
It
man.
Guys.
It won't happen.
So far, our Canadian, bro, he's got the music going. Our Canadian trip, Thanksgiving Day trip, has been a blast. Last night we were barbecuing at Cowboys Chris's. Today we were on a radio show. We went to Cowboys Experience. We've been kind of doing everything. But tomorrow is what
It's
we
what
came
we're here for.
It's what
Tomorrow
we
is
came
what we
for,
came
son.
for. But before we check out Cowboys Chris, where can people find you?
You can find me on TikTok, Dallas Cowboy Chris on TikTok. On Instagram, Dallas Cowboy Chris 87. On Thread, Dallas Cowboy Chris 87. On Facebook, Christopher Lee. And that's how you find me.
You gotta follow. This is Texas boy, born and bred right here. I love it. I love Chris. We've always had a blast here. But guys,
And if you ever come out to Arlington and you do not come to the Cowboys cave and you do not sign the fucking wall or the roof,
you're a bitch.
someone's wrong with you.
Fuck yourself!
That's it, baby.
That's it.
Fucking love him. Fucking love him.
AJ did it.
Ray J did it.
Wade Day did it.
Ray J did it.
And they're dancing. It's been too long. They haven't danced.
Dolly
in that
Parton
within a-
halftime show, guys. Give the lady credit.
I can't wait to see those bolt-ons.
That's awesome.
She's got big tits. Big boobs.
Big old knocker.
I fucking love him. Fucking love him.
2-5.
Oh my God.
I mean, she is kind of hot.
Yeah.
All right, and we are
And she's
out.
she looks like this still now.